So here's some art advice. I think things have maybe changed over the last 10 or so years, but at some point, someone told you you were not good at art, probably. Maybe someone told you you were good at art. If you were like me, there was a boy in our school who from the time of grade school, he could draw realistically, like amazingly. And I'm sure he may have had some lessons over time, but I mean, the guy is an artist still today, but he was highly, highly encouraged throughout life and throughout school and art teachers. And I remember because I loved art, and he was like, the student that all the art teachers in our class always talked about. He was super well loved. Maybe you remember a kid like that in school, or for me as a current teacher, I teach K through 5th grade, and I can think of some kids off the top of my head who are just like gifted. They're great, they're amazing, they're talented, and truly it is a gift. I think the way your eye to your fine motor skills, to your brain, the way it connects, and if you can easily realistically draw without a lot of practice or paint or just whatever, then be thankful, because it is a gift. Most of us, including myself, enjoy art, enjoy being creative. It is an outlet. It is fun. It is something I just need to get things out, of my heart or my soul that I've been pondering or thinking of or just expressing, stress reliever, all the things. I just enjoy it, and I love creating. And there's so many, if you're like me, like there's so many ideas up here that I want to get out, and it is so refreshing when you get it out, whether that be painting, crafting, sewing, quilting, any form of art, which art is vast, where you're using your hands, fashion design, whatever. You enjoy it. It brings you happiness, and it's not because you're the best. It's not because, you can do it perfectly. I cannot, but that's not what art is about. Art is made for you to get out, to express and share something with the world, whether that be a abstract that's just color, but hey, someone might look at that and go, wow, those colors just bring light to my soul, or I feel the heaviness that person felt when they painted that, and I can relate to that. When we're at art galleries, we're thinking of like, why did they make what they made? Why did they do what they do? And a lot of artists were not incredibly great at realism. They weren't. A lot of the famous ones. And I really think it comes down to your ideas. And sometimes, look, I felt like in art school it was heavy on what's your in-depth idea about this. And you had to be like, almost make up something if you didn't have something behind it. And I wanted to break that practice of like, hey, it doesn't have to have a lot of meaning behind it. It might just mean those colors were bringing light to my soul today. And that's okay, because I can guarantee you there are so many artists out there, and artisans, I want to say in other parts of the world, artisans who can make beautiful things with their hands, who are just kind of making and recreating. They're so good at their craft, but they are just making and recreating. But does that mean that they're not good at art because they don't have something in depth behind it? I would say no. I think they're still good at their craft and what they're doing, and it can bring light to somebody, or happiness to somebody, or whatever. Why do we buy art? It's how it makes us feel. It's what we see in it. I know for me, there's a lot of art I like, but not a lot of art I buy. And a lot of the art I like, per se, in my home is something that brings just joy to me. I like to look at it. It's a color, it's an idea, it's a place, it's a thing, whatever. Maybe somewhere I've lived, somewhere I've been, something I love, my grandfather was a printmaker, and he made a piece of art that I don't know if it was really intentional, but he worked in the printmaking world long time ago in the 50s and 60s, and there's a picture where he wiped the ink like this, and it is very looks like a modern piece of art, and it's just his hands wiped those colors across, and it's really beautiful. I'll have to show it to you one day, but we have that in our house, and I love looking at it. Why? Because of the hands who made it. And also, he was an artisan. Like, he did printmaking, and that was, you know, something that he made. And so, and actually I think it's really kind of whimsical. It's just like he probably had not much thought to it, but here it is. It's in our house. So that being said, you've been lied to if you've been told, if you went to art school and you never felt like you were good enough. That was me, because I felt like there were so many kids who came in with these ideas, and maybe they were making them up, you know, or maybe they really did have these ideas. But I really felt like in art critiques, there were some people just making up stuff, and our teachers ate it up. And those people, yeah. Anyway, it is what it is. But also, just the pressure of trying to paint something exactly like somebody else. And you know what? Even if you try to paint something exactly like someone else, it's never going to turn out exactly like someone else. There will be altercations, even if it's the slightest. Like if you have to get a magnifying glass. I mean, I know there are some people who are great reproductions, but I would say most of the time I'll look at something and be like, oh, I want to make that. And I'll try to make it, and it looks nothing like what that person made, but it's okay. It's what I made. And then you can turn it into something that you like. But just make art. Just make art. Make art. Make art. Make art. I have this page because I want you to make art with your heart. That's why I called it Make Art with Heart, because I'm like, if there's no heart in it, where's the art? But make art. Just do it for your heart. Do it for yourself. Do it for others. Whatever your motivation is. But just make it. And it might not be great. And it might be great. And it might be something you don't like right now. And then later on you look back and you go, I like that. I have tons of stuff like that, where in the moment, I hated it. I was like, oh, I don't like this. And now I look back and I'm like, I actually love that. Like, I love that. And then, you know, so you never know how things will change. Or you'll make something and someone will go, hey, I really like that. And I've been super surprised at things people have liked that I've made sometimes. And I'm like, really? You like that? Okay, you know, have it. Take it. So make art. Make art, make art, make art. You might make a lot of bad art. You might make a lot of good art. Doesn't really matter. Just make art.